Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, the 14th of March 2026. As usual, we are gathering at this time to do this chanting to show our respect and homage to the Buddha and appreciation for his teaching, the kindness and compassion towards the world. And it's our opportunity and fortunate that we are born during this time and have this opportunity to learn and practice the Dhamma in accordance with his teachings. As we have come across that the Buddha's teachings is nothing more than understanding the suffering and how to end the suffering. No one is free from suffering, it's called dukkha. So attending or participating these twice a day chanting and meditation is one of the actions that really gives us more benefit than any other actions or any other activities. Other activities we engage, once those activities been completed, you will be rewarded for this life. And you will have that flickering moment of comfort for some times. But that would not clear the mind or purify the mind, nor it will be the cause supporting for the future lives to come. Further on, it won't lead to the freedom, liberation. Whereas this activity is something that fruitful while we are doing. We feel calm, collected, as well as we're reflecting the Dhammas to understand further deeper. So with that reflections and further deepening understanding about these Dhammas helps this life to be more fruitful and happy. And if we haven't attained the liberation in this life, at least our future lives will be more safer and happier. And also is the cause that leads to the liberation. So today in Aberdeen, a relatively bit more brighter, a blue sky and less cold. No wind and expecting no rains. We have plenty of a job to be done, one that we have started yesterday, digging the holes, so still around 6 to go. If you are interested to come and give a hand, you're most welcome. Further on tomorrow, some of our volunteers have volunteered to come and do the spring clean around the center. So if you're free, please do come to help especially tomorrow in the afternoon, 1:30, we will have a planning meeting for the 17th of May event. So I will encourage you all to come and join and share your thoughts and help in a different areas that we have to organize. And I have been posting these news again and again on Facebook media, and also broadcasting like this every night, almost every night, about the different events. And those news, these social media posts, often people read, and quite a number of people will just pass on. However, I noticed that yesterday one of our members, who is just a passerby, lives in a West Hill, having heard that we have a problem with the roof leaking, he came, rather than electronical donation, he came up to the center and offered £10 towards the roof leak. And I feel so humbled and so touched. The kindness of this gentleman. And it also demonstrates that the center is in fact slowly adjusting and also getting to know within the community here in West Hill. And people began to be aware of it. And all the passerbys or walkers have also shown their interest that what's happening here and what's going on. And a majority of them, after knowing that this is a meditation center and we practice meditation, a number of them also joined. In a similar way, if we look at the numbers of people, those who have attended and those who have gained the benefit from the center, is also cannot be measured by monetary or measured by any means. And this is exactly what the Buddha instructed to the 60 monks the moment when he was able to convince the 60 people, and all these 60 people became enlightened and became a monk. Then he instructed these monks to go out and spread the Dhamma. And one thing the Buddha also said, that when you go out spreading the Dhamma, and do not expect anything in return, but share this with the kindness and compassion, hoping that they will learn and come out from the miseries that we all face. And further on, Buddha also instructed that when you are spreading the Dhamma, do not create any conflict with anyone. Make it as a part of the practice, your own spiritual practice to gain the liberation. and which is the reason why Buddhist monks traveled around the world, and they have established the monasteries with the help of the local members. So far, never had been any problems. Always lived harmoniously with the other communities and never caused any trouble in the communities. Which is the reason why Buddhism is also illustrated as a religion of peace. And this peace begins not because, as normally people think, go and protest against of this or that, or marching around, posting or saying some of the nasty words. The Buddhist approach, the peace begins within, from ourselves. So first we have to build peace within, peace of mind. It's only possible be able to be mindful of our own actions. And these actions, again, not to show off, not to compete anyone, and not to gain fame or a name, but to overcome from this deluded mental states and able to see things as they truly are, so that our mind has got the full of a kindness and compassion, as well as there is a sense of equanimity and a joy. There is no hatred, no resentment to any. A pure love and kindness, hoping that they will learn this path and find their own true nature, true self, and find the peace within. As a Buddha said that when we are peace within, people can sense it, people can feel it. Like the Venerable Asajita, one of the 5 first disciples, when he went out for begging of food on the street. He was calmly begging for food, with his calm and a serene walk, mindfully gazed eyesights, mindfully stepped steps, attracted Sariputta. Having seen his mindful walk, majestically walking, peacefully stepping each steps, which was the result of his mental state, which was very calm and liberated. Sariputta could not resist to go and speak with him, and with actually brought Sariputta to be a monk and later became the right-hand side of the Buddha. Similarly, there are countless people who have seen and gained the benefit. Like here in Aberdeen in 2011, 12, 13, a couple of years after I came across with a resentment from the people, I, rather than hide myself, I thought to myself to be visible. So I walk around in the town simply to let them know that there is a Buddhist monk. And there are people come to speak with me. There were some who even wanted to study the Dhamma. And some of them even continue even today, coming to the center and practicing. Although may not be coming almost every day or every now and then, but whenever they are in a stressful, whenever they are going through difficult times, they still come to see, come to visit the temple and have a chat. These are all because the peace within that we have, that demonstrating out there, and they feel peace too. So this is the message that the Buddha shared, rather than going out and marching for it, make a peace within first. Now, having said that, doesn't mean that if someone is doing wrong, you sit back and relax and not doing anything. Actively involving to prevent those activities which is dangerous and harmful is also a part of that process too. But active involvement should not be driven by the resentment or hate, but it should be driven by the clear understanding. So that whatever we are saying the fact and not saying with any anger or hate towards anyone. And despite of that active involvement, the Buddha said that there are some times you cannot solve, you cannot change. And in those cases, we just have to leave it to the nature to take care of itself. Could be disastrous or could be peace without knowing it. So that's why I'm very proud that we have established this center in such a different community, and yet we have managed to be part of the community, and communities are also becoming familiar as well as coming closer and having a connection with the center. With these connections, they are getting benefit from it. They may not come regularly, but our presence already good enough for them to reflect their peace of mind. So yesterday afternoon we went to bless one of our members who is retiring from his business. And on the way back we met our old members, one of the old members who used to come and meditate regularly. But I haven't seen for ages due to their illness and due to their health problems. So we met them. And while we were talking about their health and well-being, I struck to hear what she said, that if she hadn't learned to meditate or visited the center and learn from monks, they would have faced lots of trouble with the neighbors because of some misunderstanding. And she was saying that every time when they had this thought of anger and a retaliation. The mind was repeatedly knocking their head, saying that be calm, be mindful. They remember the teachings and they remember the center. So with that, they express that they had done quite a good job without an expression of any anger and a hate towards the neighbors. But with that, they also able to peacefully resolve the problem. They become a good friends. They become a good neighbors. Like that. And similarly, the one gentleman, due to his some operation, he wasn't able to come to meditate or visit the center, which he normally once or 2 months a time visits and spend an hour or two. So he said that meditation helped him a lot. And he always think to come up to the center, but because of his health problem, he could not come. But his mind is always thinking of the center. So there are quite a few number of examples like this. That our presenceness alone is already good enough to help other members, other community, and also those who may not be coming to the center yet. The message that we convey slowly getting into their hearts and their minds. So that's why the establishment of the center here now going to be complete with the consecration of the building, this purposefully built building with lots of the support we receive from everywhere. In 17th of May, once the consecration completes, that means the place or the temple becomes spiritually kind of a sanctuary for all the people who could come, and a support for them to be free from the suffering and find the real peace. So I rejoice your all supports for the support of establishment of the center. And I also personally feel very humble and appreciation towards the continued support to make a difference in the community with the teachings of the Buddha. With this, may you all be well and happy. All the merits that we have accumulated by establishing the center brings you good health, happy life, and whatever you may have a good wishes that comes true. With this, let's do the chanting.